Speedography, Volume 4, Exercise 4. Start. Sir, according to the bill, the industrial partner will give 15% if it is profit making. He will come. So, my question here is, to what extent are you going to attract the industrial partner to participate in this? He has to contribute 15%. It is more or less a government organization. Actually, 15% contribution is almost insignificant. Their participation in the board is also insignificant. There have only two members, that is, two directors. So, to my knowledge, there is nothing to fear. Definitely, it is quite good, but my doubt is, to what extent will an industrial person be attracted to this scheme? Why would he come here? What is the attraction for him? I want to Honorable Minister to clarify this. Then how are you going to do it? Actually, you want to attract an industrial partner who has got some knowledge which will be useful for your institute, but at the same time, I want to know what attractions you are going to give him and how you are going to be successful in this scheme. If that person does not come, then this will becomes totally invalid. Suppose nobody comes forward, then what will happen? Sir, my next point is this. On page 6 of the bill, it is mentioned the industrial partner shall support and facilitate joint research projects with the Indian Institutes of Information Technology, either through funding, collaboration, or in any other manner. Here also, I want to say that they must have some attraction. What for he is giving, how funding will take place, and how he is going to do. Otherwise, the entire scheme will fail. According to my experience of 55%. Then lastly, sir, what I would like to say is this. At 15 places, you are providing institutes of national importance in Andhra Pradesh. You are providing one institute at Chittor. This is as per the commitment made by the government in the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act, that they must provide one in Andhra Pradesh. So you must give one more institute to Andhra Pradesh as you are giving to other states in routine. So you must give Andhra Pradesh 2 or 1, as you have given 2 to Maharashtra, one in Nagpur and another in Pune. I expect one more institute for Andhra Pradesh by right and also through the Reorganization Act. Sir, my last point is on how much funding actually the government is proposing to give. This is very vague. There should be some idea as to what the cost of each institute will be. How much are they going to give? Approximately, it will be varying from place to place because land is given free by the state governments. Construction expenditure may be the same and equipment will also be the same. So what approximate funding is the Government of India proposing? How much proportion do you expect from the state as also the industry? I want to Honorable Minister to clarify on this. My question is that are we really moving towards this achievement? Will this pattern, as marked by the former speaker, of making education into PPP model really work? I provide company finances and operates with some element of public service, and in that we were involving education. I very big question is here. There cannot seek public borrowing to private companies while providing long-term state guarantees for profits. So, I would like to know what the pattern of our utilization of the fees collected, the corpus fund, the donation collected will be, and how we are going to manipulate that fund regarding intake of foreign students. Our young brains are really in need of so many institutes. Even in my state, there are so many deprived children but with great brains, but they are not able to get entirely in these IITs or IITs because we don't have a common syllabus. We are having different syllabi which are followed in different educational institutions. In our state, we follow a standard which is not at par with the standards of other syllabi which are followed in the country. So, India has to follow a certain uniformed syllabus all over the country, where all the children will be appearing for an examination, and where the children from the south can also complete and do well in the examinations. I want our competent children to really go into these institutions. I am raising this point because all these children are very much deprived of a fair chance because only the influential few and the rich people can afford to send their children to costly institutions providing expert coaching staff.